welcome to Mentor Matters. I am your virtual mentor, Kay Corinne. Today we're going to be talking about staying power, and I'm not sure if that's what I'm going to title this video, because we need a certain amount of staying power to see any particular thing through. And am I looking the right way? No, I should be looking this way. Yeah. Okay, we need a certain amount of staying power to see anything through. Now, let me first say, I'm not talking about forcing things. I'm talking about transitions. So when you get the job that you wanted, the crib that you wanted, the car that you wanted, let's say the man that you wanted, you know what I'm saying? It's not going to be smooth sailing from there. No, that's only the beginning. Now that you have that job, you have to get to know everyone there. You have to find your place in that community. You have to find systems to support your personal work there and support others. The work is not done, as we all know, when you sign your offer letter. Well, it's that way in everything. When I was growing up, there was something called growing pains. So the first year of marriage, it was kind of expected that y'all gonna be into it, because theoretically you just moved in together, you know. I'm like, I'm not that old, but my people had old school values in a lot of ways and still do. So you're moving in together when you get married, regardless of how long you've been dating. This is a totally different time in your relationship. You, not only are we talking about, are they clean? Are they dirty? Are they, are they touching all your stuff? And, they believe what's yours is mine and what's mine is yours. And you believe what's mine is mine, at least some of it, right? So it could be a lot of differences in the way people flow in a household. So it was expected that first year, y'all gonna be going through some growing pains. But now I never even hear people talk about growing pains. That like everything is just supposed to be perfect. Now I do believe in alignment, attraction, and not forcing anything, because it's really two different things. When you walk through the right doors, things won't be perfect, but you'll have peace about it. If you can think of a time where you stuck with something and you were glad that you did, versus a time where you got the hell out of there and you were glad you did. You felt different during the process. Probably when you needed to get out of there, it was something in the pit of your stomach. You felt disheveled. You couldn't sleep at night. There was a level of stress that was foreign to you. Anxiety started to flare up. Whereas when it was the right thing for you, but just hard earned, it's a completely different feeling. So one of the examples I would give is, I had a difficult time in undergrad because I was a teenage mom. I became a mom my senior year of high school. I got a boyfriend in 8th grade, and we had this crazy idea we're going to be together forever, start a family. And we were together 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, and we broke up 12th grade right when we had a baby. So I won't even get off into that. But because I had a child and I was dead set on having that degree, I went through a lot. I had a lot of upsetting nights, financial problems, childcare issues. I never had time to study. So my GPA was not what it should have been. I'm finishing a master's now with a 4.2. I think I got my undergraduate degree with like a 3, no, not a 3 anything, like a 2.89. So that's a C, that's a high C. So I had some very difficult times, but I always knew that if I stuck with it, I would get what I wanted. And that was that piece of paper that has opened quite a few doors, especially because I work in education. I know not everyone has to go to college, but if you plan on working in education, you're gonna have to be educated. So versus a time where I just was like, I need to get out of here, was when I left my most recent position. It was just like I woke up and the pit of my stomach just sunk, like, oh my God, I cannot go in here again. This is not the place for me. This is not aligning with me, who I am as a person, or really even my skill set. because I was at one job for almost 2 years, and then I went to another job for like 2 months and got the hell out of there. And so the feeling was different. I didn't feel like I needed to stick with that job. So, okay, I didn't know if it would freeze because I have a phone call coming in, but it didn't. So I just want, because we live in such a, and I know you guys hear this term all the time, microwave society. So everything has to be right now. And so that's been going on for about 10 years. If you combine the microwave society with, because that's the instant gratification, right? If you combine that with the self-love movement, and I'm all about the self-love, but when you put those two together, you have a bunch of impatient people who want things their way right now all the time. And that's not reality. And we would want that to be reality, right? Like we appreciate challenges. There are opportunities for growth and development. We appreciate the times that we have to be patient because it's character developing. It makes us stronger, smarter, wiser people. Everything is not supposed to come easy, even when it's intended for you. So if you get a new home and you and your next door neighbor kind of like, it's contentious, you pull up, they looking at you, you looking at them, that don't mean that's not the apartment or the house for you. That means that you need to grow into that community. That's a growing pain. Your job, if you get there and you are feeling uncertain and you are feeling nervous about performing well, or you and one of your coworkers, you don't instantly hit it off, that does not mean that's not the job for you. If you have been wanting to meet new friends and then some friendship doors open and they say something that you don't like or don't agree with, that doesn't mean that that's not supposed to be your friend. School, if you start a educational program, whether it's for a trade or certification, a degree, an advanced degree, and you encounter difficulty early on, it don't mean it's not for you. This is what I'm trying to say. If you join an organization or a network and you don't instantly feel appreciated and seen, that doesn't mean that's not the place for you. I just have so many examples. I think this is so important because we have to have staying power. We have to be able to see things through. We have to know the difference between what's not for us and what is going to push us and make us take on those additional challenges. Sometimes we're supposed to be uncomfortable. And it's really just a journey of self because, as I said earlier, you have to know the difference between, oh, this is not for me, and oh, this ain't as sweet as I thought it was going to be, but all right, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm up for the challenge. And oftentimes, outside of the intuition of it, another way that you can tell the difference is, does this get me towards any of my goals? So if my goal is to be a teacher, naturally having this degree is part of that process. There is no getting around it. So I need to do this to get to where I'm going. Oftentimes, when it's not for you and you look at it in the grand scheme of things and your goals, it don't even fit. So if you're not fully tapped into your intuition and your knowing just yet, do know that you could just lean back on is this in alignment with what I want for the next year, 2 years, 5 years? Does this even make sense based on what I want to do? So ask yourself that. Second, additionally, am I being impatient or am I being reasonable? Impatient or reasonable? Reasonable is I should not have to have patience for this. Patience means it's reasonable that this will require patience. I hope that makes sense. Because we all want a fresh wave, right? We need the fresh waves. We're all about the fresh waves, the fresh vibes, the newness. This is our Jordan year, and we want to see success and happiness in all areas of life. That is sublime happiness, right? And everything is absolutely perfect with no room to grow, in your mental, in your spiritual, in your professional, in your personal relationships, you have arrived. You're not even here with us anymore. You've gone off to heaven. You have a utopic existence. Our existence here on earth is not intended to be utopic. It's not meant to be a utopia. It's meant to be an experience. It's meant to be a testimony. It's meant to build community and social interactions. We are a communal people. People live longer when they have a partner to do life with. People live longer when they have friendships, community. It's a different level of enrichment and engagement and fulfillment in our lives when we have people around us. So we can't get so overwhelmed by people. We can't get so discouraged easily. I think that's another thing that I'm trying to lean towards as I'm thinking this through. It's a difference between things being a no-go and them requiring your patience and those growing pains. And you have to have a level of determination. Once you know what you want, once it has come into alignment, once the timing is right, don't jump ship because you're so fragile. You're too sensitive. When I was growing up, they told us don't wear your feelings on your sleeve. So as we move towards self-love and actualization and being happy in all areas of life, we want to avoid unrealistic expectations and being fickle and flimsy. We want to stand strong and achieve our goals even during those uncomfortable moments. And that's in life, that's in love, that's in all areas. All right, I know this is a short one. I don't know if my audience will want me to get up to that 30 minutes every time, or if you appreciate me getting in and out like robbery. I'm not sure. I think I've already shared that I have a goal of having 30 videos before I ever even share my link. So it's a good goal for me to make me consistent, but it's a bad goal because I won't have any feedback on anything that I'm doing until I am 30 videos in. But I think that'll be all right. But I do want to know what you all prefer in terms of like the length of the videos. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment box. Now, I've been recording and putting for kids because I do want those that are 13, 14, 15 to be able to watch these videos. But it seems like that puts some additional settings that I may not want. Like when I'm on YouTube, I can see people's videos before I ever click on them. Like the video starts and I haven't even, it's to get that attention. And I don't think mine will do that because I have listed them as being for children. I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to think through too much transparency and all. I don't want to think through too much right here, right now. But thank you for watching Mentoring Matters today. I hope this information was useful to you. I hope it inspired you, motivated you, maybe gave you fresh perspective on some things. I'm going to encourage you to always be journaling or using some type of tool to walk through your emotions and the way you perceive the world and just continue to reflect. That reflection may be a conversation with a friend. It may be a video diary. It may be your own blog. It may be just some notes that you jot down to just keep track of where you are, how you're thinking, and why you're thinking that way. Because it's very important to know what's for you and what's not for you. And we don't want to quit just before the finish line. All right, this is Mentoring Matters. Like, share, subscribe, and tune in again.